everyone, welcome back to another stream. I was just waiting for the music to kick in there, so away we go. I'm just gonna get rid of that, and away we go with the animation here. Right. So let's get started. I was doing the spider bake sale. I figured I'd do this section tonight and try and get it done, so I'm just checking out the whole deal with this at the moment. As usual, I've got this on like 2 screens so I can just see what's going on, so I've got this and the plan that I'm trying to stick to on Discord. So by there I need to swap out, because otherwise it's not going to look good. Okay, so here I need to swap out to about here. What I might do is have character reads all the signposts. That's fine. I'm just gonna figure out in what order I want to do this because of the cuts. 'Cause it's not meant to be a really long scene, but so I'm going to have that character then be moved from there, so I'll need to use the block that I've got here. So what we'll do is we'll move him to about there, and then we'll rotate him so he's in that position already, because it's not too much of a cut there. I just realised I need to make sure that this is the correct sort of position from up above, otherwise it's going to get screwed. Okay. Move the character here. And away we go. So what we'll do is we'll then cut to the default pose, and we should be good. I just need to try and, there we go, select the armature here. Hey Devasia, nice to see you. Hope you're okay. So as you can see, it's going to be a little bit of a jump cut. But hopefully if I get the camera just right, then it won't be. I'm just going to cut out all the walking animations there. And then change this to standard pose. And then away we go. I think the character might be slightly too close there. Might need to move him back just a little bit so he's not within like too close a range there. And then it's a case of jump cutting the camera. Let's see if we can get it from a shot from maybe up here. Because I'm thinking roughly here is going to be okay. Just staying home until the weekend is over, says Devasia. Oh, okay. It's either that or I go from... Because I want this sort of angle. Maybe. Let's see how that looks there. Oh. Because I want that spider to be present, because the idea is this is more about the spiders than the character. That's too much of a jump cut there, I think. Because I've got walking for ages. Character needs to come to a halt there. and then be in that position. Hang on. Let's just try and reopen this for the moment because I've edited it loads. Should have that saved. Here's where I've not got it saved at all. None of that was saved, so at least I can go back to recover last session. If not the last session, then the autosave. And if not, it's pretty easy to go back to it. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this over the previous one, and then I've just got to here where it jump cuts. I've got to get rid of that jump cut for the moment. In fact, I might need to do all of the animation for the walk again, which isn't too bad. It's more just the whole thing of getting it right. I guess we can start that up again, because I'd rather have him look natural than not look natural, so let's scroll back through here. I need to find, because there's so many keyframes here. Let's see what this is. This is walking between one of the areas again. What about the... That's waiting around tutorial. That one... Oh, that one's sitting down. Yeah, I remember that. I need to make sure I've got all this stuff rendered out later on, because I'm so close to getting all the ruins done here. There's another walk sequence. Maybe that'll actually work. Let's take all those frames here and we'll just copy them. Race finals are this Saturday. Traffic is crazy, Sister Asia. I think I saw you reference that in another stream. Where are we at here? Wait, what? Why isn't that... Something's gone wrong there with that between... I just copied the wrong part of the animation. Oh wow, let's find out. That should be all of the bones, I think. I was gonna do streaming before, you know, for like games and stuff, but it's a bit too hot today, so I wasn't feeling too well, so I just thought I'd do this while I'm a bit relaxed. Is that doing it? There we go. Okay, so that should be... Should be better now. I'm not so sure about that quick stop though from this kind of angle. I think I know how to get rid of it though. What I'm gonna do is just put this pose here for the moment. And then we'll tweak the head motion. Okay, so between frames there, the first frame of animation needs to go. Oh. So we'll just take this and... There we go. Okay. Nope. That moment where I'm trying to move around the map, and there's so much of it. I'm all over the place. Okay. Now I can figure out what's going on with the eyes, the head, and everything else here. Oh, I was actually going to try and move that just a little bit closer to them, but it's not having it. There we go. That's a little bit easier to manage. Take all these frames, get rid of them. Trying to figure out where the other eye is. It's gonna be roughly around here. I think I just had it then for a moment. That's the left. There's the right. Okay. Now we got the head there. So that should be good. So we got the character walking again until this point. And then the torso rotates there, which should be that joint. Which means if I get rid of that, okay, so that's good. That takes us back to where we were before. So what I need to do is slow the character down here on the approach to this. Because we've got up to about 7760. Which is the frame where the character stops there. Just having a drink for a moment. And then I figure if I get him to go to about there, roughly, I'm gonna have to turn him though, which means he's gonna have to be slightly closer. Let's just see if I can Bezier curve this and see if it works. He's gonna be like really super slow there, so I figure I need to have that probably be about there, maybe? It's only another couple of frames. Now he slides. I need to get rid of the slide if possible. That's because of the Bezier curve. I point him in this direction already. Like that, and then have him come in at this angle. He still slides into frame. Not good. Let's see. From up above. Okay, so we got a top down here. If I have it so he comes in at this angle. What I might need to do here is take out the entire thing. The problem is if I do that, I've got to make sure I Bezier curve it, because otherwise it's going to look weird. Oh. Now he goes way too fast. He accelerates way too fast here. Okay, let's try and think of another way of solving this problem. Just gotta go back a little bit here. If I do this, I'm just coming in at this angle, but the problem is it's not straight. I need to then move that, so probably to about there again. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get him to look better in a moment. Okay, that's not bad up until there. That rotation there is what does it. If I can stop the animation just there and go to a standard pose, that won't be too bad. Because I'm looking at this from a different camera angle. So, if we take all of the pose here and try this, I'm just going to try deleting everything after this and then go to about there, and then we'll do pose library and just standard pose. Let's see, maybe the reason why is because we got this thing going on. This is what I'm seeing on the other window. But what happens is we got this angle coming here. I just realized, am I doing this in real time or am I skipping playback? Because that would be really good. Okay, so we're dropping frames, that's fine. We got walking in here. And then I think that's okay. The best way to check this is going to be to render it. So what I'm going to do is a quick render. So we had it to 9,000 there, but what I'm going to do is 7, 8, 10. So we got a couple of hundred frames of walking yet again. I'm just going to render this out now. It might take a while, because it goes through all the animation in the meantime. So while that's happening, I'm just going to throw up the image, because there's no point trying to show you the render of the entire thing while it's busy doing it. I will, however, throw up the temporary file at the same time so I can check this out when it's done. So yeah, we've got about 200 frames of animation to render off. It's not going to take too long. It's more just the whole thing of waiting around for it, and then once we're done, then we can check it out and see whether it's okay or not, and then move on from there, because it's a pretty small portion of animation. I think roughly it's going to be about a minute or so. It's just a case of hanging around and waiting for the render to finish here, and then I can tweak all the other little things. Because obviously I'm going to have to go into stuff like blinking and, you know, things like that later on. It's going to be cool once it's done, but it's just a case of getting there. Okay, so we're almost at the end here, I'll show you. So we're rendering it out. And we're almost done here with the character moving into position, and then I can see whether it's okay or whether I need to do anything else about it. When he comes to a stop at the end here, that's when I'll know. Also, it still looks like he slides a little bit, but if it's only for like 2 to 3 frames, it's not too bad. looks like it's ending now. Which means I should be able to find it. Ah, there we go. I'm just checking it out now. Okay, that's not bad. I can get that to work. The render came out fine, so I'm going to save that for the moment. What I am going to do though is I might change the camera just slightly. So what I'm going to do here is I'll change the angle of it. Possibly the zoom as well, I'm not too sure on that. But I'm gonna tongue twisted there. Gonna come out of pose mode. We'll have the camera be looking slightly higher up. And yeah, we'll have it zoomed in a little bit. So from about here, that's 46mm focal length. We're just gonna zoom it in a tiny bit to 62. It's not too much of a difference, but it's going to make a world of difference with the animation. Okay. Just double checking this again. Maybe I should just zoom in just a tiny bit more. The idea is to obscure certain things. Let's just try that moment where I'm trying to move the camera around, excuse me, and it's all over the place. That might be better. Hey Damon! What's your opinion on spiders? I don't mind them. How you doing, by the way? So we've got to there at the moment. I need to zoom out here and I'll show you why. Oh. I zoom out slowly throughout the course of this. And then I bring the camera up. And then we can just put that frame, right? Kinda needed that other frame just to keep things stabilized here. The only problem with this is because it's not a Bezier curve, it's awkward. What I might need to do is save the other bit and have that be a Bezier curve. Okay, so I'll show you the reason for this in a moment. So far it's not too bad. Keep it up with the character. Now, when we hit here, this is where it should be a Bezier, because then it smooths it out. The problem is, there's only about a couple of frames of animation before it smooths, so it's a bit awkward. Normally you want a long period of time for Bezier curves, because they work better that way. Because what we're working with here at the moment is this. We've got the character walking down the hallway again. After the Naps the Blue fight, I'm going to have him looking backwards a little bit, and then he comes on screen here. I love the way it's working at 4 frames per second here right now. And then we've got the character walking in here and coming to a halt, but I don't know whether, when it hits there, whether it's going to be too fast or not. I think maybe I should take it to there, or even there, and have it go like 100 frames basically, smoothing it out. Hang on. Okay, that looks better for smoothing it. The only problem is having this now be in the right position. Got work in the morning and I can't sleep, so I'm making an armored core in mass builder, says Damon. I like the reference, it's really killing it for me. Apart from that, I'm fine. Oof. Yeah, I'm sat here doing this, and all the windows are open and everything. It is nuts right now. Let's try this for the start of this. So we've got I'm hoping that's okay for a walk-in there. I'll work a little bit on it, then we'll render it off again and see. One thing that's most important for me here is establishing continuity between scenes. Or at least it's pretty important. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and have the character be looking behind him because of the Napster fight. So what we do have is the start of this animation where he's going to be like this, just looking over his shoulder. And we're going to do the same with the torso. And then he's going to be slowly rotating towards us. To about, I'd say 760. About here is when he's going to be facing towards us, and then it goes on with the rest of the animation. So we need to just rotate the torso back about here roughly, and then the head is going to do the same. The thing is, I need to be careful with the head rotation because it shouldn't be at the same as the torso, it should be slightly quicker. There we go. So maybe 640. So 40 frames, just over a second. And we're going to go to about here so we can see his eyes are going to be locked on here at the moment, because when you look at this place from here, the first thing you see apart from the cobwebs is this massive mound of food here, so automatically your eyes are drawn to it. So I figure we get that sort of set up, and then we're good. Just need to make sure on camera that, because the camera is roughly where the bake sale is anyway, that the character's looking directly at the camera, which he looks like he is right now. And we'll fix his slightly gormless expression in a bit. Damon says, "Same, my neighbors have the heating on for some insane reason. So, because the pipes run through the ceiling, I'm full on baking." Oh god. Dude. It's like, when I used to live with my parents, I used to live in the same room as the airing cupboard, or the boiler for those people in America. So, yeah, it was pretty rough. Every time it got to summer, I was basically melting, but I can't imagine what it would be like now, you know. So we got this slow turn. Now I just need the eyes to be there as well, because the eyes are important for this. Because I can't just have the eyes be static like this, so what I'm going to do here is have the eyes be looking at this kind of area. Thinking, okay, what's down here? Maybe we'll check that out later on. So if I move them just slightly out there, then what we can do is, about here is when you need to be facing towards us more. I'm going to have the eyes track things a little bit better in this. So about there. I always love doing animation and stuff like with the eyes for the smaller details, but goddamn, it's annoying. Like I can just put my eye like up here and it looks so goofy. If I don't get the eye motion right, it looks terrifying. So the idea is eyes track here first, And then by this point, they want to be facing forward, so we can use the default pose for that. Okay. So there we go. From here to here, we've got eye tracking, and then the thing is, I need his head to stay in this area. Where are my spider biscuits? They're here. They're here. They're here. With the cider as well. Okay. So for here, the head needs to still be tracking up to this bit. Let's just grab it here. Oh. It needs to be tracking to that location a lot sooner by the looks of it. About the... Okay. And then again with the eyes, it's gotta be... They're okay there, but then... I need them here. So I need them pointed directly over here. Oh. Are we talking about biscuits in the shape of spiders, or do you bite into them and baby spiders come out? So, the biscuits, or donuts, made by spiders, for spiders, of spiders. So yeah, I suppose you could say that spiders would probably come crawling out of them. Spider cider as well. Made from the same stuff. I think it actually says that on the poster. Give me a moment. Let's have a look. All proceeds go to help real spiders. Don't be stingy now. Oh, it doesn't say... Oh, there we go. For spiders, by spiders, of spiders. I love putting that there. I've even put it so it looks like it's been on the wall for such a long time that it's starting to fall off because the edge is appealing. I just love little details like that. Okay, so the eyes should track here. The eyes are going to look a lot better and more lifelike when they have blinking. It's like, no joke. I absolutely love all the small details with this because I think it'll add up eventually. Like, I can't wait till I do particles and everything because I want to include dust and other things in the atmosphere to make it look suitably, you know, old. Hello for anyone that's just joining in. So we got the head here. I was thinking of, like, because other people have brought up in different streams, like, why isn't it Frisk? And I've explained the whole thing, and for anyone who doesn't know, the main character from Undertale, you play as, and at the end there's a twist to it, but I was like, okay, I'll go off that, do my own little take on it. It won't stray too far from the game, and hopefully it'll loop back at the end of it. So it'll be accurate, but for now, it looks like it's my actual avatar that I use doing stuff, but later on we'll figure it out as we go. I have ideas going in here that will link it back and make it faithful, because I want it to, you know, be accurate to the game, so... I gotta keep the eyes here and the head, because if they're not, then it doesn't look natural. Thing is, because of this here at the end, where the camera's zoomed in, that's why it keeps changing back. So what I need to do is get rid of that. It's funny because the other day I found a model for Gaster as well, but I don't know whether I should include that or not at the moment. That'd be pretty neat if I could find out some way of including Gaster in here. Okay, so we got this going on. I have the character looking down here. We'll get to show you in a moment what's going on. Basically, when I'm looking at this right now on camera, the head needs to be looking down more. I think I'll move the torso as well. Oop. Actually, I just thought I could always look at the poster instead. Just need to... I love getting line of sight on this stuff because other people would just animate it and do it really quick and it's over and done with and you won't really be able to tell where the character's looking. But I like making sure just in case, because in that one frame that it looks off, well then it's going to be bad. So let's see here, we got this going on. Nope. So at the moment we got the character walking, looks. Sees the poster? That looks okay so far. Maybe not the lean in though, the lean in looks a little bit weird. Maybe if I just have him like that. Oh, love the way when you get back to the end of the animation it snaps back here. Now I think I should be able to take that and work with it. Having another drink here. So we've got looking behind, walking forwards, seeing the sign. What I need to do here is when he gets to about here, that's when he sees the poster. So his eyes are going to move up. So I need his eyes to be focused over here. RIP, no her and tracksuit strings freaking out like in early 2000s video games with in-engine cutscenes. What, you mean like the Havoc physics engine and stuff? Think about there'll do. And then we need it to be about those where I said his eyes need to be. Like Havoc, yeah. The thing is, I could use something very similar in Blender here to simulate the physics, and I've done that on, like, other animations, but the thing is, it's like, it's a pain to use, and I prefer kind of trying to do it cartoony myself. Like, I love trying to make things look as real as they can, or, you know, at least as natural. You know, as evident with me going all in on the eye tracking here and everything when I don't really need to. But it's the whole thing of like with physics with the hair bouncing and everything, I did start doing that kind of stuff. And yeah, I quickly found that it was a lot better and more fun if I did it myself. So some people will be like, dude, you're wasting so much time on just this little detail. It's like, yeah, but it looks cool, you know. It's like with, I'll have to show you in a sec. Another example is Toriel's garment that she wears, like her garb that she's got on. It's like a huge dress kind of robe thing. It's it's so cool how I've managed to animate it, because I did it with just going off, you know, like hand animation, but it's so cool how it reacts when she moves. Looks way better than when it's done by hand. I mean, I'll admit, you can get some of it done pretty well with physics. Right, I think for this, I want to move the eyes quicker here, so they're going to have to be about there. Again, I love making myself look goofy on this, because it looks so funny with the eyes. So we got the eye tracking here. So, looking at the sign, looking at the sign. Something catches our eye here, we look to the side. And then character comes to stop, and then that's when we can cut. Because before I was cutting while walking, and the problem with this is a lot of the ruins is literally just walking and talking. But jump cutting between certain animations and certain sequences just looks wrong. Unless it's done for comedic effect. Like, for instance, we couldn't jump there, but like further down the line here, could do. That snaps the blue. Come on. Ah, there we go. So this is an example. I've got this up as a GIF, but an example of joking around and showing cutting it actually working properly is this, because, like, for instance, we have to wait for Toriel to come back. She says, like, just wait here for a moment. You don't actually have to in-game, and you can see her walk off screen here, but the thing is, it's like, yeah, I waited around for about 15 minutes, roughly. So it's like, okay, we'll chill out. We got this pan round there, and then we immediately cut to the bit that I did a GIF of, where it's just the character in multiple different poses. And then waiting around, and then we jump back to the normal style camera. But the only reason that works is because it's like a comedic sort of thing, whereas before it wouldn't have worked. It's because you're expecting the character to come to a stop, and they just don't, they immediately jump to like the next frame, and it just looks really awkward. You should make him go, hey, go for a single frame. Oh god. So yeah, this is where Toriel's explaining about being on our own here. I did jump cut this because the idea is, again, I've got to make this. There we go. I'm just kind of speeding through this for a moment. Here we go. So this is the jump cut. The reason why we do this is because in the game, when I zoom in here, because I've modeled most of the environment, including the room that I don't actually show too much of. In the environment here, you go through a lot of explaining between rooms. For those who haven't played, you do a tutorial for battling here. Then she tells you various different things about the ruins here when you meet one of the enemies, and that becomes an enemy encounter. Then you go through here, and across here it's basically just a giant puzzle that I didn't really need to show, because the idea is I don't want to go and animate an entire run of Undertale in 3D. It's just showing and telling the main sections so the player understands, or the viewer understands, which notes you want to hit. You know, because otherwise I'd be here animating every single step and encounter for ages. So what we do is we skip past this section here where there's a giant set of traps, and we just show that in the background. And then we also go past a lot of the talking here. And then we just immediately skip to the end of this sequence by doing a zoom in to show the room and then the end of that conversation, which still works. And we've still got the bit that matters, which is, you'll stay here for a while, just, you know, be careful. I need to keep in contact with you, so I'll give you a phone. So then, this was the bit that I really liked, was I had to manipulate her clothing slightly with the sleeves, but she reaches into her sleeves, and she pulls out a phone. And the best part about the phone as well is the fact that it's actually on when she hands it to you. So in the next frame here, there we go, the effect for the phone will be on the character's face. So it's going to illuminate the face a little bit. Character says thank you. Looks a little bit sad because he's like, I'm not so sure I should take this. It's not really mine, but okay. You can see it. She just give you a burner, has a burner phone up her sleeves. I know, right? But then in certain bits, because this is like the final lighting here, so that's why it's taking a while to render here. When we look at the phone in a moment, there you go, this is what I like. Small details again like this. If we have the phone, and you can see here, the character's not lit up properly here. It's like, it's very dark because it's the ruins or the catacombs. It's meant to be kind of, I'd say, locked in, and because we're underground anyway, you're not going to have too many light sources, which is why we have those weird pink mushrooms there to kind of give artificial light source, even though it might not be accurate to the game. But the best part here, oh crap, I forgot, is, yeah, the phone illuminates his face. Just there, you can just about see it. It's actually more clearer in the animation, but you can see it's got that blue tint to it. And if we go into proper like editing mode here, again we can see this light is the one that's attached to the phone and is deliberately pointing in the same way that the screen would be, so it illuminates the character's face accurately. I don't know, man. I don't know whether that's just me being like really nitpicky over details like that, but I feel like just adding things like that really sells the sort of look of realism, and it's kind of what you'd expect as well. Like, it casts that light, and then as the character moves the phone away, the light obviously doesn't cast there anymore. And then later on when we sit down as well and we've got the phone in our hand, it doesn't cast against the leg, but later on you see it come back on again when I'm doing this funny like anime style waiting around animation. Where is it? There we go. I activate the phone again so you can see like there it illuminates his face again. So cool. I love doing things like that. It's like all that little hard work to get that one little detail, but it's so good. It's amazing detail that I haven't seen on most animations. The funny thing is, some people will say, oh, well, why didn't you do this in Source Filmmaker or whatever? But the thing is, it's like, I tried animating with Source Filmmaker before this, and I just couldn't get the hang of it, so the only reason I'm doing it in Blender is because I just thought I have more control over things. But Source Filmmaker would allow you to have little things like that, you know, as standard, as like really easy to do, whereas in this I have to do like little tricks to get it working. And then of course we got basically back to where we started here, which is finishing off the spider bit, because we got this, come into frame, this is the bit that we've been working on now, and then we rotate here. Character stops, and then hit up 9,000 frames here, because then what that does is it extends how many I've got to work with. And then we'll do this here, this shot. You can see all the little spiders up there. What I'm doing here is I've got this spider out of shot, because again, he's going to be the one that comes and takes the money. Because what happens is in-game, for those who don't know, the spider comes down, takes the money, and then you take the donut. So the idea is I'm just going to be like, I guess I'll have a donut then after looking at the poster. And then I'm going to show it from the spider's point of view as well. And what I'm going to do is grab the donut. I'm going to have a donut in the character's hand as well, so we do a little trick swap, which I'll show you in a bit. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to take the donut, put the money that's already there, I'm going to throw like another coin into the web, and then I'm going to have the spider on the thread here come down, pick it up, and then go back up there, and then we just be like, okay, thanks, and then walk off. That's the idea. And there's the jars of cider there as well, which I had to change because the cider didn't look too much like cider. I only ever keep Source Filmmaker on my comp for extracting workshop models, says Devasia. The funny thing is, I didn't even know that it could extract models for ages, but that's most of what I'm working with, you know? Like, a lot of these models are either extracted from Source Filmmaker, from Miku Miku Dance instead, or MMD, or I've just made them. You know, so like, the level here, I think I mentioned previously that the other version of the runes that somebody else had made, I've got that hidden in here, and that was from Gmod, and I used that as a basis to build my version on top, because my version's just a little bit more accurate, and I wanted the floor to be better, because the one from Gmod didn't have the floor being accurate or anything. You know, so I need that accuracy, man. People are gonna watch this and probably expect it to be pretty close to the actual game, so I need that sort of, those sort of details there that show, like, look, this is as close as I can get it. You know, gotta respect the source material. Okay, so we got that set up. Let's see. Okay, so for this here, I have the character looking at there. So I'm going to need the camera to cut to about here. I had to figure that out at some point, because I couldn't find certain models anywhere else in Division. Yeah, that's right. I love how you have the Wolfenstein 3D ceiling textures. Like, at the moment, I've not done anything with the ceiling. I do have it there. It's just, it's all black. So, like, when I go in here now, you can hardly tell. There's, like, some of the models stick through a little bit. But it's not a big deal. Funny thing is, in the spider area here, in-game, it doesn't look like this. It looks a little bit more cleaner, but I wanted it to look like spiders had populated it a little bit more, so we've got all these little cobwebs hanging off in different directions and stuff. And then we've obviously got the lights behind me to light this up, so what we're going to do is, for this scene, I'm probably going to be lit up from behind and front a little bit. It's just awkward to light dark areas like this, because I wanted it to be dramatic and everything as well. And then you've got the rest of the area being lit up kind of okay. So trying to get that mix between dark and light is a little bit awkward. But yeah, I'm using a lot of the original textures from the game as well here. Let's do, for this shot, I'm going to do it about there. We're going to have the character look at the side. I'm going to have to position the camera a little bit further back, I think, unless, I got an idea. Because we tweaked the FOV for the camera before, we can tweak it back now. So we'll do that. And that'll be a cheap little way of cutting there. Because what I want to do is, I want to have the spiders be a focal point in a set. So we're going to have him look at the poster and be like, yeah, I think I'll have a donut, but he'll look round first. Going to have him look at that, then look around, then look up. Then it's going to focus on the spiders. Then he'll be like, okay, can I have a donut, please? Just look at them and be like, okay, goes and gets money out of pocket, puts the money in the web, and then it's going to continue from there. The important thing about this is, like, a lot of people will probably see this and be like, why is the character not Frisk? You know, why is the character your VTuber avatar? And while I've explained that, they're going to be picking it apart. So I have to make the characters that aren't my VTuber avatar react and be the focal point of stuff. That's basically what it is. It's not so much about my character, it's everything else. So in this scene, I want to show off the spiders more than my actual character if I can. Or at least have them acting in a way that makes you go, oh, okay, they're cool. Maybe instead of from that angle? No, I've already got... I'm trying to figure this out here. I'm going to have him just look around here for the moment. I forgot because I'm using the realistic lighting there. Or at least as realistic as I can get it. It was lagging a little bit. Okay, so we got this angle here at the moment. And what I want to do here is I'll have him... Because we're jumping between frames there. And I was going to say I can have him face there a little bit more, but I'll do that in a sec. when I jump cut again, I'll do that. We'll have him look around here for about, say, 30 seconds. So we've got 10, 20, 30 is there. Love doing this with the Deltarune soundtrack in the background. It's so fun to listen to. You can have the camera shift to a spider eating a donut or drinking cider, honestly. I don't know much about the animation, so it might be talking out my bum, says Damon. It would be funny to have the spider or something eating one of the donuts. I could always end the sequence with that, to be honest. That would be pretty funny. It'd also be really cute as well, like have it pop up on top of the sign here. Like have the character walking off, and how basically when he's saying goodbye, just have him be like looking over his shoulder and have a spider sat on top there, like one of the tiny ones, eating a donut on top of it. Either that or just waving with like one arm. Like have one of the legs just waving. That'd be so cute. Like I'm gonna have him look over his shoulder a little bit here, because the idea of it is like, you're kidding me right now. I'm gonna be eating spider donuts. Is there anyone else around here? So we're gonna go like this and look over his shoulder in the direction that he came from, just to check. And then we're going to do the same from the other direction. Oh. Now, because the character's fully in frame here, I'm going to need his limbs to move a little bit more here. The idea is to make this bit more realistic, so we're gonna have the arms just moving slightly. Walks off and have the camera stick to the side, a spider pops up on the side and starts eating it, and then it cuts back to the character. Damon, to be honest, it's actually a pretty fun idea. I might use it. Might use it and then put it in the credits, because I've got like a massive amount of credits for this at the moment. I had to spend, I think it was either 20 or 30 minutes going through all the credits and actually writing them out so I'm crediting people correctly. It was nuts. For this, I need the character moving back to this position in about 60 frames. Yeah, the reason why is because, like, I didn't want to skip out on people, because a lot of these models that I'm using aren't mine, obviously. There are some where I can turn around and be like, oh yeah, that's mine. You know, or I've edited this, or I've done this. But a lot of the credits that I'm looking at for these models, when I find them on either, like, Source Filmmaker, DeviantArt, MMD, you know, they're all saying, like, don't use this for certain reasons or whatever else, when all I want to do is just practice animation and make it a fun thing for everybody else to enjoy. So I'm like, okay, if I miss out even one of these credits, I'm going to be in trouble, you know, because I want to respect the actual people that have made these to begin with. So it's like, yeah, I'll make sure I note every single one of them down, and it is a pain trying to find, like, all the original creators or people that have extracted them, and then they're saying, okay, well, this person was the one that originally made this, and, oh, it's nuts. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to take credit for stuff that isn't mine, you know, so, like, when it comes to this, I'm probably, like, I'm down in the credits for doing certain sections, but it's not a lot compared to everybody else, where it's like, so anyway, this person's made, like, 50 character models, as an example. It's so crazy. I just don't like the idea of not crediting the people that have done the original groundwork. It's just not fair on them, you know. Even if they're long gone and don't know anything about what I'm doing or don't even see it, it'd be nice to just have them be credited. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 frames? That should be alright. Yeah, I don't want to be stealing, that's the thing. Like, my intention isn't to steal, it's literally just to use the models, but not steal the credit from the original creator, you know? Not what I'm about. Then we'll do this for a moment, we'll rotate the head this way. Same with the torso here, we'll rotate the torso slightly. The idea is we're going to have him looking red and looking kind of shifty, like, I'm not so sure about this. But it's going to be fine at the end of the day. So the reason why we have this massive amount of frames here is because when you're moving a character like this, normally, if you do, say for instance, you do any motion in real life, and if you timed it, it's probably only a couple of seconds long. But for this, when you try doing something like that and you're using just normal tweens, like frames between major animation parts, what happens is sometimes it can speed up or slow down in an unnatural way. So what I've done here is I've lengthened the time that it takes to rotate the opposite way, so it looks a little bit more natural. I go here, so and then we do another 30 frames to get back to this position. Then we cut to the next bit, which will be the spiders, I think. 90, so about 40 to come back. Oh. I credit the model ripper and uploader, unless they credit who or where they got the model from, says Devasia. I hope I've got all the right credits in. Cause like I said before, my intention is not to steal with this thing. You know, if anything, this is like the biggest thing I've worked on. No, that needs to be probably about 50 to 60 frames looking at that. This is like the biggest project I think I've worked on. And it's a lot easier with Blender. But I don't want to steal anything, you know, so I just hope I've got all the credits right. Like, I didn't go into this with my intention of, oh yeah, I'm definitely stealing these models. Nobody's gonna find out. I went into this like, right, let's just find the models, try and use them how I want to, as accurately to the game as possible, and then, you know, credit the actual people that made them. When he's gonna buy something, maybe he should point at it with his hands to make it line up with the anime comedy transition earlier. I don't know, what I'm thinking of doing here, like for this bit, is transitioning to him in a moment, going, like, a close-up of the face again, going, I guess I'll get a spider donut. Then he looks up, and then we cut to the spiders, and then that's when he's gonna be like, Although that's just the idea at the moment. See how this looks. He looks that way. He comes back a bit too fast here. It's unnatural. Maybe it's because I've got no residual frames there. Or any after frames. Because after frames are actually important as well. Basically, they make everything stick around for just a tiny bit longer. So like, for instance, this one here. We'll have him rotating just a little bit more. After frames, or whatever you want to call them, basically they just imply a little bit more movement, just a tiny bit. Actually really helpful for situations like this. Try 70 frames here. I'm just gotta get it looking right, because if it doesn't look right then Models are always stolen, so half the time crediting the original author is just crediting the thief. Yeah, try to not just credit like a model ripper here. You know. That I think needs to be a bit more. A lot of this is like a really tedious and lengthy process. But I don't mind it, it's not too bad. I think this is going to end up being an 8,000 frame thing here at the moment where we drag it there. Yeah, that's looking a little bit more natural. Although then again, I am looking at it at like 5 frames per second. Okay. So we've got him looking behind his shoulder at the moment. And then I might do it from this angle. Hang on, where's that spider? There he is, the really tiny spider. I want to try and get him in frame if I can, because I want to have him blinking. It's either that, or I can do it from up here. Oh, that'd be a great transition, actually. If I have it... Have it be there and have them look like they're watching him? Because basically, imagine it's like a shop. Because that's basically what this thing is. Imagine this is a shop. And these two spiders here are more or less like the store assistants. They're just trying to make sure that he doesn't steal off with anything. You know, so we go there. I mentioned this previously as well, the whole thing about moving the camera around in a 3D space. A lot of this, for me, has been like picking the best shots or the ones that I think look good. Because a lot of what I've done previously with like videos and things is me being really picky about certain camera shots to show like all of an environment or different characters or whatever. So a lot of this in previous streams has been me just like messing around and spending like half an hour finding out which is the best place for the camera to be in. Like that looks pretty decent. I just need to scoot it to the side just a little bit. Now, I'm looking at the right hand side here because I got like 3 screens. You guys are on this screen over here. The main screen here is the one that I'm working on, and then on the right here is my large screen that I'm using for viewing the final product. Basically, it's got the actual camera view on at all times. It's a neat way of working this. So what I'm going to do here is have the character look up, and then be like, I guess I'll take a donut? But when we do that, I think... Don't know whether to rotate him or not here. Let's have a look for a moment. Because I want him facing that so he can go and pick something up. He walks in here. And there's him looking round. He's going to have to approach that. So I might have my work cut out here for me, but I guess we'll find out. I'm hoping it's just as simple as just copying the walk animation, but... What would happen if he stole the cider? I mean, what would they do about it? Giant spider starts chasing him after him Indiana Jones style. Well, it's like, in the game, if you've not played it later on, if you've not bought anything from the bake sale, what happens is the fight. You have a fight basically with the boss spider, the one that's in charge of the bakery and making all the pastries and stuff. And if you've got something from the bake sale and you show it to her and show, look, I was helping, you know, by buying your products, she just lets you off. You don't actually have to fight her. If you do just go into that fight without any of her products, she puts you through the ringer for the fight sequence. It's a pretty nasty bit in which part of the fight is you're fighting basically a giant muffin that has legs. It's really crazy. But yeah, it's nuts. Undertale's a really good game. I absolutely love it. The funny thing is, before I played Undertale, the game that was on top of my list that I told everybody that I was excited about and that I really loved the entire time was Halo 3. Like, that thing I just have a lot of nostalgia for. And I thought it was like the perfect game. And then I played Undertale, and Undertale immediately knocked it off the top spot. Pretty nuts, considering Halo 3 is pretty legendary. And I don't mean that as a pun. Right, so we start from here, we're going to do... Come on, I need to paste those frames. I only need him to walk. I reckon about there. I have him do that. And then turn at the same time. That should be okay. What we need to do here is make sure he moves at the correct speed and rotates enough. So what we're doing is we're looking at him from this angle, and then he's got to, where's the ending animation here? Not too far away. So about 820, roughly, if I leave a few frames, is when it ends. So we need to rotate him so he's facing this way. And then he also needs to be slightly closer. I need him to be, where is it? Where those frames, the donuts are there. Because what I'll do is I'll have him like lean down or something and grab it. Up there maybe? Let's try this now and see what happens. Oh! Come on now. Oh, that is way too fast. That's because of the amount of frames in between. Can I just linear that? Okay. Maybe if I bring that back to like 800 there. The problem is it's only 20 frames. That's just under a second. So I need that to end about the... If I can get him to move into position just decently. I might have to render this out in a moment to check it. Should be fine, and then we just gotta stop him. Actually, I might be able to put this just a tad bit closer. Because I said I was going to stop it at 20. If I give myself 5 frames, is that enough to transition to that? Ooh, that's cutting it. I'm not so sure. Let's try that. Right, I'm gonna have to check this out, which means rendering it. So we'll do 820. That's when it. Oh no, 8020 there. That's when it'll end. From the start, we need it to render about 8000. So we're gonna render this out and just very quickly. Make sure I save all this stuff. And then we can clean up the rest of this in a sec. I just need to make sure that the character moving into position is fine. Love this track. Okay, I'm looking at this render now, it doesn't look too bad. He slides a little bit. Just a little bit though. That's fine, I can make that work. Now we need to make it look better. He's already looking in this position, so for this next one we need the head to be in the similar position. We'll keep him looking at that location, just for the sake of it, because he's still reading the poster and thinking about what he wants to do. That way it doesn't screw anything up too badly. And then we'll have him go to this sort of position, and then we'll have him look up. Make sure he's kind of still looking at that. Let's just get where the poster is. Yeah, okay. I do this. Actually, I just thought, because if we're going to have the stuff, I want him to be looking directly at it. So what we'll do is we'll go like this. That was way too fast there. Do 25 instead. That way we've got almost a second's worth of animation there. Or maybe actually do to 30 with the head rotating. I'm trying to decide on what he's going to look at here, because he's also got to avoid the sign, so I'll keep a close eye on the sign here. But at least make it look like he's doing that. The problem is because of how quickly he accelerates here, it's a bit nuts. We'll have him look round here again as well for a sec. So we got him for a second looking over here. Oh crap. And what we'll do is we'll even rotate the torso part. That way he's got just a little bit more movement in him. Okay. We're getting there with this. Then he's got to look up now. So that's 20 frames, 30 frames, 40. Let's try 40 there. And then he's got to be looking directly at them. Is this going to have voice acting? I wanted to have voice acting. Like, I've already been kind of testing the waters by looking at the dubs that other people have done of Undertale. I'm probably going to have to actually end up going to Fiverr for it, though. I don't mind that, it's just the whole thing of I've never really paid for like a video like this before, which is, it shows how much I'm going in on it. You know, I'm definitely trying to put in the effort, but at the moment the idea is to either go to people on YouTube or people on Fiverr and just be like, look, I need these voice lines done. What do you think? It's like, where's the, let me find the, like, one of the preview things. Because what I do is, I look at the cinematic dub. Could do the Undertale bleeping that they do in game. Potentially, yeah, but I really want to try. Like, hang on. I'm just gonna grab the cinematic dub here, and funny enough, it's on the spider situation, or the spider bakery here, but I'll show you the bit where Toriel leaves you from the cinematic dub. So what we'll do is we'll do Blender, keep that open in the background. I'm just going to quickly grab another capture, I think. Actually, no, I'll just let you listen to it because I don't want to like be showing stuff on screen and have it be weird. You might not end up being able... Well, you might see something that I don't want you to see, so... I'm just going to play this in the background now. This is the bit that we previously said where Toriel leaves us. This is the entire thing, though, but this is from the Undertale cinematic dub done by Plotline Plus.
Greetings, my child. Do not worry. I did not leave you. I was merely behind this pillar the whole time. Thank you for trusting me. However, there was an important reason for this exercise, to test your independence. I must attend to some business and you must stay alone for a while. Please remain here. It's dangerous to explore by yourself. I have an idea. I'll give you a cell phone. If you have any need for anything, just call. Be good, all right?
So yeah, that was that from the cinematic dub, which can be found on YouTube. It's really damn good. Unfortunately though, they didn't finish it like a lot of things with Undertale. I get upset about that. You know, people do some really fantastic things for Undertale, and then they just never finish them, and it always winds me up because I get really engrossed in them and I start really enjoying them, and then next minute they're just never finished. Let's go back here. That's an amazing voice actress. Indeed, it's like... The thing is, it's like I've worked with people for doing voices before for things. I'm obviously going to have to give a lot more direction and stuff and just be like, look, this is what I want from it. It'd be great if I could just get the people from the cinematic dub, because they're so good. Let's see here. Okay, so if I do that, have him look up there, and then I'm trying to figure out the way of doing this now. 7602, I think it was when I started this, and so I've got a plan for the voice bits here as well. Have you seen how the team from Mechanicus game did most of their VAs? No, I haven't, Damon. Let's do the voice bit for here, just for the moment. So what I'm going to need to do is select the face, because the face is where all the rigging is for that. And then I'm going to go through how I would do this, or how I normally do it. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to add a line here. Oh crap. So So what I normally do is I put a marker down, and then I rename the marker to whatever the line will be, and then we go from there. So for this bit, because I don't know what's in this room, I'll be like, wonder what's in here. That seems fair to say, considering I'm looking into this kind of room. And it's like, what is in here? So let's just do the facial stuff for this now. Sometimes I go in depth with this, other times I don't. But I normally do everything in, like, for the voice stuff, I'll either do it in 4s or 5s. And for the blinking, I'll do it in 3s. Basically, what that means is that's the amount of frames that I use between sections. So, like, for blinking, it's the eye open, then 3 frames, then the eye closed, then 3 frames, then the eye open again, and that seems to be a good spot for blinking. With voices and stuff, it's 4, so you do 4 frames between the mouth being closed to being fully open and being where you want them to say like a word, and then closed again in another 4 to 5 frames. Depends on the actual word that you're trying to say, because sometimes you just kind of spread it out a little bit and then you can tweak it. It's hard to describe when I'm trying to ad-lib all this stuff off the top of my head. Like for instance, wonder here is about 2 to 3 times your mouth being open. So we've already got all the keyframes set here, so we do 1, 2, 3, 4. So for this, you see me opening my mouth a lot and going wah. Basically, it's just a case of getting the right facial expression here. So that'll be 1. It's amazing because the Mechanicus are cyborgs. You think that the voices would sound like computers, but they gave the characters beeps. I'll post the video in your Discord after this, says Damon. Okay, thank you very much. That'd be cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need like a D or an E for this, because we can only work with A, E, I, O, U, so I've got to kind of mix and match the bunch of them to make them look as though they're saying the right things. A lot of the time I just end up doing this myself, like doing a lot of facial stuff, like mouthing the words myself so I can get an idea of it. One, 2, 3 for this one, because of how long it'll be out there. There we go, so that should be wonder. Because your mouth opens twice when you say wonder at minimum, so it's 1 for the first bit there, which is an O sound. And then don't really open your mouth too much for when you say the der bit. So we just have it zoomed in here. Wonder. And then we'll do what is 4 frames, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. I wonder what's that might be 5. Then we'll do in. I might need an E for that as well to stretch the mouth a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mouth doesn't open too much when saying in, so just gotta be careful how much it's open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then here. Which you only really open your mouth once when you're saying here. Here. It's more of a sort of like an A mixed with a U, maybe, because of how you open your mouth. Because your jaw tends to go a little bit lower, so we got... See how that looks. Maybe not so much. Maybe I can just do that all with... Maybe I can put an E in there. One, two, three, four, five. There we go. So that's that entire sentence done. You can hardly see it because of Blender doing its kind of weird pixelation thing between frames there, but you can see it there. If I do it this way. Now the thing is, that might be a little bit quick, but I can tweak that later on. It's not too bad. And we do the same for like blinking and stuff. So like for instance, we'll do a 3 here for blinking. And then we'll copy and paste that in different parts. We got eye open. 1, 2, 3. Eye closed. And then duplicate this and do 1, 2, 3. Eye open again. The funny thing is when you forget that it's to the right to close and you end up doing it the opposite way and end up with your eyes like that. So funny. Terrifying, but funny. That face you really don't want to see in a dark alley on a Friday night. Jeez. I just realized it's still doing it there. Oh boy. That was bad. Yeah, let's do this. Try and set up the 3s here and then we're good. Normally I just randomly place these out. Try that. I'm gonna be blinking a lot for this sequence. That needs to be a double there because of the double earlier on. I don't know, there's just this kind of like weird thing for animating eyes where to get it looking realistic, sometimes you have to do a 1, sometimes you have to do a double. Basically, that's just the amount of times you blink, because you actually blink quite a lot without realizing. When he goes there, he doesn't really need to blink too much, but we can still have him blink as he gets there. So we got this set up at the moment. That's not too bad. And then of course when he's like this, he doesn't need to blink too much, but now he does because he's facing us. Whenever the character's facing us, I don't like him being in shot without blinking for more than a couple of seconds. Oh. There we go. Sometimes you don't see it. There's only like a tiny movement there. The reason why is because of that weird face, like uncanny valley face that you get. There we go. So we'll do the blinking there as well. Okay. So that's like most of the scenes set up at the beginning now. Okay. What did I say I was going to put on Discord for this? Okay. Marker this off here. And then we'll go something along the lines of... I'll take one spider donut, please. And then we'll do that. If you're consciously blinking all the time, I'll have to wonder if you're a replicant or something, Sustainment. No, it's just with me learning basically how to animate, because before this I did Armored Core animations, of which you can still find on my YouTube. But a lot of my animation obviously didn't take into consideration the fact that characters would be blinking or breathing or whatever, because it's just giant robots, you know. The only thing you really have to consider with giant robots is just the movement limitations, the fact that the parts may clip through each other, and then obviously the effects. But apart from that, you know, there's not much going into it, whereas animating like characters and different like monsters and things, it's a conscious choice of like, when do they blink, how often do they blink, how do you get the breathing working and looking decently, and it's a fun process. It's just crazy going into that much detail for every single character. I've come a long way. Like, admittedly, it's so fun when you finish a scene and you just get to see the character actually come to life. So cool. Okay, this is gonna need to be in fours again. I love the way if you just do I on its own, it just makes the character look as though he's growling. Because you have to put it with, like, A or something. That close-up of a very starry-eyed face. I might make that a 5 at the beginning, just because of how it is. Actually, I'll make the entire thing a 5, just for the sake of it. Three, 4. Needs to be an O there. Make that a 5. And then I've got to do spider. Ooh. Spider then donut, that's going to be interesting. Right. Okay. I'm trying to mouth this myself at the moment. Try and do this. I need to make sure I put a E there. Bit too much on the E there. watching your Armored Core animation called One Last Fight and seeing a lot of PSG 2004 in this, I 1000% approve. Like, I've got another one before One Last Fight, called Limit Release, and I don't know whether that's whether that's private or not. I'll have to check it out, but that was done way before, because I started animating round about 2010, but I never really got too much into it. It's all self-taught as well, because I did a lot of self-teaching for like 3D ages ago. Like from around 2005, I only really got into it properly and fully in about 2006, 2007 maybe. And then I only did the modeling section of that, and then it was after, I think it was 2009. Don't know whether you can hear that in the background. Police coming to arrest me. In 2009, I thought I'll work on stuff that I'm not like properly familiar with, so I'll do stuff like animation and textures and other things that I wasn't good at. And I've just been working on that for like a decade or so. It's not definitely improved since like the first couple of animations though. One, and then I need that to be, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Save that. And then I'm gonna need probably an O and a U in here for donut. Go. Okay, so yeah, the first part of donut, 2, 3, 4. Is that kind of this, like if you say donut, you kind of end up with this facial expression at the beginning. 1, 2, 3. Just gonna put an A in there just in case, and there we go. 1, 2, 3. Donut. Do that as a 4 to finish off, so I've got enough time between all of this. And then we'll do please. So please is 1. Please. Okay, so yeah. It's 1 mouth movement. I'm gonna have to put like E and A in there and try and see if I can make this work. 2, 3, 4, 5. The problem with this is because my character's smiling at the moment, the sides of his mouth go up and make him look kind of crazy. Like, I could make him not smile for a moment, that would be a little bit more helpful. Okay. That should be that entire sequence finished. Let's try and do it like this. Hopefully, that's fine. When we transition to that, I think, hang on. What I'll even do here is I'll go really in depth. The first moment we see this, we got this little spider here. He needs to be blinking, just like every other character, because otherwise it doesn't sell the scene. I've got the tools here to make him blink. You'd expect him to look a little nuts, as Damon, because he's ordering a spider donut. Potentially, I might make him look a little bit uneasy, you know, because I can still edit the mouth expression, because the mouth, he's smiling at the moment, because he's managed to get through things without really making anybody upset or anything. So, I figure I'd make him look a little bit sort of nervous, a little bit kind of sad, you know, because it's kind of that cautious sort of thing about, okay, there's a load of giant spiders around here that are selling donuts. I'll be a little bit on edge, and then I'll make him a little bit happier once he gets the donut. That makes sense. But yeah, we're gonna have the spider here blinking. He's gonna be done in threes as well, so 1, 2, 3. We won't make it blink fully though, just about there, because otherwise the mesh might screw up based on how it's done. 1, 2, 3. I love that spider, it just looks so cute, especially I got the eyes glowing in the dark. And it just looks cute, because if you go like half there, it looks kind of angry. It's like, hey, what you doing? What do you think you're doing? It looks so cute. Yeah, I'm gonna have it blinking. Might not even be able to see it here. I just need to figure out when we see transition to that. I think it's 11 there. Yeah, we'll have it like on 12. Let's do it again though. We'll do like a double in a moment. Might be a bit too close there. Let's try that. Just checking he actually blinks right. It's because he's so tiny. I see. Okay, spiders might look way cuter if half of its eyes blinked and then the other half blinked after. I get you. I can do that. I can do it, but it'd take more time because of me having individual controls for all the eyes here. Hang on. I just want to see what it's like this at the moment. Let's try that. We got... out there. I just got a feeling for this when it comes to blinking a little bit. There. Oh my god, I got such a good breeze right here. I've got like the fans on, and I've got the windows open. Where's my phone? It'd like be great if I could figure out what the temperature was right now, because it seriously feels so nice in here. Oh. You can just see him doing it a little bit there. So cute. There we go, so he's already blinking there. And we'll do it with the other spiders up here. I've already posed one of them going down to get the money. With this though, where is it? Sometimes, where's geometry data? No, vertex color? UV space. There are keys for it, I'm just trying to figure out. The heck keys? Ah, there they are. We need the max for the keys to be 3. See you, Dave. Have a good night. This is David. I'm gonna head to bed in a second. It feels a lot cooler right now. I'm gonna capitalize on it. Dude, I do not blame you. I hope you have a good sleep, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much for sticking around with me. It's been fun. We got all the controls here. Do the values here and do 1, 2, 3, and then do, and then 1, 2, 3, and then that should be that one blinking. about that it blinks, so now we got these two characters to control the blinks on. Move up there instead. And then again, here we'll do a double. We'll do the same with the other one, but we'll do it slightly differently. So, we need it to animate. We've got to go 1, 2, 3. Is that fully? It's fully closed. 1, 2, 3. But we won't have that character blink at the same time. That one's already blinked, then that one does. We'll have it blink again down here. Out there. And then a double from there to there. And then do another double here. Because that's actually going to be a cool shot from there. I'm just going to illuminate the character's face so he doesn't look crazy. I'm going to cut after this anyway, so... Okay, so for here, instead of having the smiley face, we're going to jump to a different facial expression. I need the smile. It's mouth natural, I think it comes under. There we go. So from about here, we'll take it down. So about there, we want the smile to be less of a smile. About up there. Okay. Like scrolling through this like mad now. Then here's where the facial expression needs to change. So we'll go from this to kind of like a freaked out one, a little bit. So we'll do that, we'll do maybe sorrow for mouth, the sorrow for maybe eyes. Do brow surprised and brow sorrow as well. And then from there we'll have that take place. Oh. Then we've got okay, there's more of a softer expression. What does eye sorrow do? Oh, eye sorrow just does that. do eye surprised slightly here. And then mouth natural will change down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Hello anyone that's watching, by the way. Okay, so we got this thing going on. I gotta scroll forwards here. Wait till we finish this section here. Do that and then we'll skip forwards to this bit. I reckon another shot like this. Or maybe about there. Just making excuses to Asia. Nice. I'm gonna have the camera switch to here. So at 209, it stays in its position there. 210. I'm gonna move it to here. And we're gonna do a little bit of trickery. Hey Classic! Just doing modeling today. I'm at work, just on my break. Gonna go work on my anime and manga arts. Might post some on my other art channel. Good work, Mooney. Thanks, Classic. Nice to see you again. I actually might get myself something to eat after this. We've been working on this for how long now? This one scene. Oh, almost 2 hours? Okay. So what I need to do here is I need to put... Let's think. Because Moody's right-handed. That's another important note to make in all of this, for later on at least. Because of Moody being right-handed, one of these donuts is going to have to get picked up in the right hand. I think I'll give the coin with the left. So I've got to make another coin and another donut here. That one's that one. I can always, yeah, I'll do that. I'll make 3, 4. What I'm going to do here is take that, move that up, and move that forwards. So I was going to rotate that to be like that, but I might. So yeah, kind of grab it like that. I'm deciding how I'm going to place this in the hand. That is absolutely massive compared to the hand. I might even do a joke about that. Either that or make it smaller deliberately. That was just a tiny bit smaller and it looks just a little bit better. So what we'll do is we'll bring that forwards and we'll do a box for this. Spider donut and cube. We'll bring the cube over here. For anyone that's seen these before, I do a little bit of trickery with the cube stuff, so you probably already know what I'm doing. If not, then you'll see. Basically, I'm going to be parenting this stuff to each other. That way it makes it just a little bit easier to mess around with, because they've all got their own rigs and things. Okay. So then we're going to take this, scale it down roughly. So about the donut, right? And then we're going to take this and give it a transparent material. That looks pretty nice, actually. I love the way we got like the spider head and this the legs either side. Oh, pretty grim. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the model and its rig here be parented to the object. I wish that parented correctly there. Let's find out why it didn't do that. There we go. Now that should be movable by the object rather than... Yeah, there we go. So now I can parent that to the hand. No, move my cube. This makes it a lot easier. And then we're going to parent this cube to the character's hand and then make it as small a scale as it can go when it's not in use. So, parent to... Come on, where's the armature? Then we're going to go bone, hand, right hand. And I've got to move that all the way back because it's gone off into the wild blue yonder. So now when my character moves a hand, he's going to permanently have a donut in it. Okay, there's the hand, there's the donut. Then what we can do is we can just rotate this. It's just a lot easier dealing with cubes rather than anything else. There we go. Place that in the hand about there. Like that, and then we can just position the fingers and everything later on. There we go. We got a permanent donut fixture to my hand now. And then before this, we can scale it down. Now we shouldn't be able to see that because of how small it is. And then we can just go, and then, oh, there we go. Whenever we need it, there's a donut there. Okay, so we're going to do the same with the coin. And the coin trick is going to be really good for helping out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have him reach down, pick up the donut, hold up the coin to the air, and then the tiny spider is going to come down and take it out of his hand. And then he's just going to be like, okay, thanks, and then walk off with it. So here's the part where it starts again, and we're going to have to... Come on. Animate the armature here. $10, $20, $30 frames should be enough there. I guess we'll find out. I need the character to be in kind of like a kneeling pose, so we'll try and do that. what I might do actually here is copy a pose from another model, because it's pretty easy to do. So I can just open up another file here, because I normally like doing this anyway. I'm just going to quickly do this in the other file and then we're good. Because the other file has him positioned a little bit easier and it's not as much frame rate lag. Because Moody's all right hand side basically, I have to animate him in a certain way with his primary side being focus here. See about moving the character here. Hello for anyone that's just coming in at the moment. You'll be able to see a little bit more of an update on this in a second. I'm just quickly posing the character in another Blender file. Okay, so we got this kind of thing going on. Oh. I can do that, copy that pose, and then I'll paste that into the one that we've got here. So, like I was saying before, got this, and we paste the pose in the, there we go. So now it looks like he's reaching down for the donut. Now I just need to get everything looking right here, and then we've got this done basically. Okay, let's put that on the. I need to position the head properly, otherwise it's going to be terrible. Okay. Then we'll do this kind of like reaching pose with the hand. What I'll do is I'll rotate the arm slightly, so the hand isn't twisted too much. And then what we have will be that. And we're not going to go further than that in the camera shot. Up here, I'm going to have him looking down a little bit more sooner. Just so I know where he's going. Up there. And then we're going to have his hand about to rotate upwards just slightly. What we're going to do is we're going to unhide the donut at a different time, but I just want to have him look as though he's really leaning into that. It's not going to look good from any other angle but this, but we do that. And we have the movement cube be placed down here. Oh, come on there. Here. So we see his hand empty empty there. And then he goes and grabs the donut. Then we need to have him stand back up again. So from that position, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 is probably good there. And then we'll have character look up as well. Oop. Need him to be looking more up and at them than anything else. There we go. And then I just need the coin, and then we'll do the coin bit, and then we are done with this segment. What I need to do is play with around with the camera as well to make sure that all of this is fine. Let's see what we got here. We got that bit. Then we got this bit, to which I think I can just get away with. Because I don't like the camera being so static, so I'm going to zoom it in there slightly. So we got like this slow zoom on it. The thing is though, because I said that's a slow zoom, I'm now going to do a linear, because otherwise it will not look good. Okay, that's okay. And I'll make sure I rotate that slightly as well, because it's at a funny angle. You'll be able to see that during the camera motion, because it'll just go. I'm not sure why, but I'm suddenly reminded of those videos that explore Sonic Adventure cutscenes from different angles, Sister Asia. I remember those. They're pretty fun to watch. Okay. So for here, for this bit, I really want a slow sort of pan inwards. See if I can get that. I just want to go down a little bit and forwards. You'll see why in a moment. So if I do this now, I need to linear the camera again here so it moves. Because the Bezier, it starts up and ends slowly. Just minor camera movement is okay here. And then for this bit, we'll have the camera move down but still be above where it needs to be. It's about the. So we've got this kind of thing going on. That doesn't seem too bad, that. It's just because the angle covers up the trick there. question is though, does the character look like he's crouching? It does slightly, it's because he's not fully on screen. It's not too bad there. And then what I'm thinking of doing is having him from this angle, reach in his pocket and grab the coin. You know, you see it maybe in like a close-up, and then he holds it up, and the other spider's going to come down and take care of it. So left hand is going to be the coin. And for this, I'm going to have to show him with the donut in the hand, because otherwise it just looks silly. So from here, he reaches in, grabs it, and then at this part, just have him show it off just a little bit to camera. There we go. Hey King Bronzel, thank you very much. It's nice to see you in stream again. There we go, so you can see a little bit of it there, so you know he's picked it up. It's not just kind of a switcheroo thing. The switcheroo part is part of the trick, but you get to see him actually pick up the item in question. Which is kind of what they do in video games as well. They do a similar trick. So, what we'll do is we got this now. Actually, I'm thinking of having the spider come down like here, and then do like a little sort of grumpy thing, like sort of like slightly angry eyes. Of like, oh wait, I forgot. They give him the coin, and then he takes it and goes away. And we're like, ah, thank you. King Bronzel says, hey Moody, what do you think of my setup in Gundam Breaker 3? I keep getting one-shotted by generated players, and it's getting damn annoying. A lot of the player builds will use meta stuff. Stuff like the wrench base from Iron-Blooded Orphans, Rose Hurricane from G Gundam. Those are two of the most spammed ones. And then the bits from Double O, what is it? The fangs that one of the Thrones Gundams, I think it's Zvi, that uses. Best thing you can do to avoid that kind of stuff is just make a really mobile, unit, one that's got lots of boost power and stuff and lots of health. That's what I find anyway. Most of them have new type polycap material as well as thrusters on the legs. Like at the moment I'm using, like my build is using the X backpack that is kitted out to be really high speed, and then it's got a massive health pool, and then it has the Gushion's hammer and the twin buster rifle from Wing, the TV series, and then it has the Unicorn's shield with the eye field on it for ranged attacks. Just try and build something that will survive, and then once you get a chance, then you can hit back at stuff and hopefully beat them, because player generated ones can be really annoying. I do have to get back on it at some point and do some like bounty hunting mode, because that was really fun. I'm gonna have the other one come down now. I figured like I'd do the camera cut there. I noticed the XP, if you get on it, I'm sure you'll notice my unit. What I might do is I might try getting on, like at some point. I'm so engrossed with this at the moment. You know, but I will get back on at some point just so I can chill out with everybody and have a good laugh, because I know everybody likes watching me do bounty hunts, so... Let's see what we got here. Oh! I moved that instead of the other thing. Avoid instant death, yeah, that's a good part to have. See how this looks. Needs to be just slightly longer here. It's like 100 frames. That looks so cute. It's gonna be funny watching him angrily, like, flailing his arms. Okay, let's try that. We'll do the camera here to adjust. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, it's no problem. Like I said, a lot of the meta builds are really annoying, so you just gotta kind of adapt to them if you can. What does this look like from above? Oh, that looks pretty cool, that. Or even do it from what, this angle? Yeah, if I do it from that angle, then I can shoot upwards and watch it coming down properly. Earlier on, I see some parts I can use. Now it's like, god damn it, I hope I don't get one-shotted again. Oof. I feel the pain. I remember when I was doing Bounty Hunter mode originally, and it was just very painful getting one-shotted by suits over and over and over. It's like, right, I'll just build my suit to be ridiculous, and the only way you can do that really is by defeating a lot of units and just taking the skills and things and upgrading yours. Okay, so about there for that, because then it cuts out the top of the screen. I just need to maybe move it up a little bit. About there. And then I can watch the spider come down now. There he is. Set that to 450 there and we'll move it around and down. Oh. Come on now. There we go. Let's see about this shot here. I see. It's going down, but it's going down a little bit too quick there. Needs to be linear. Actually, it might need to be... Might need to be about there because of how fast it's going. Oh, I got an idea. Hang on, instead of linear... we have it come in a little bit here. We have it go just behind the character, but pan up a little bit. Right? We do that as a Bezier. I don't know why it keeps auto-linear in some of this. And then we have it go down from there. Ooh, didn't want to do that last bit there. Ah. Move it forward slightly, and then we'll rotate it down. And then rotate it this way. And then move it sideways. And let's see if that works. The only problem I don't like is I'm going to have to transition if I do that. So I want that shot. Like, I want a cool shot of the spider coming down now. I really need to take a break from this for a moment. Yeah, I'm gonna chill, guys. I'm gonna call it there for a little bit because I need to just take a break and a breather and maybe mix things up a little bit. I've been pushing this for like 2.5 hours, been forcing it. So I figure I take a break, I relax, and then I'll come back to it at another point and finish it off. So thank you very much for sticking around with me. I appreciate all the support and everything as usual. And it's been nice chatting to everybody. I see you again. Thank you very much. Till next time. Bye!